Yo, what's up internet? Pandragon Dan here, and welcome to day one of March Disney Villain Madness. So it appears that Morgan has accepted my challenge. Girl, you are either really brave or really stupid. Oh, and as for that little D for Don't Even Try comic you made, oh, aren't you adorable? Did you come up with that all by yourself? But I'm telling you, Morgan, when you bring the panda into it, the gloves come off. You know, why am I even wearing these? God, that's just a stupid idea. Seriously, who wears sunglasses indoors? Anyway, on to March Disney Villain Madness. And today we're kicking off with round one, with my boy Gaston against Cruella de Vil. I mean, seriously, Morgan? That's the best person you can get? You do realise this is Gaston, right? He's going to walk all over her. Anyway, so what we're going to do is, I'm going to now do a little video telling you how awesome Gaston is and why you should vote for him. Morgan will no doubt do a similar one for Cruella, but you don't need to worry about that, because, let's face it, no one kicks ass like Gaston. So anyway, let's not waste any time. Let's get to my boy Gaston. Now, at first glance, you wouldn't really consider Gaston a villain. I mean, let's face it, when it comes to Disney villains, he isn't your typical sort of bad guy. All the guys want to be him, and all the girls want to be with him. He's a master hunter, all-round handsome guy, and let's be honest, there's rarely more manly a character in Disney than Gaston. He's so manly, he even makes Flynn Rider look like a sissy. Oh yes, I went there. You only need to hear the song Gaston to know how admired this guy is. So with all that being said, how come this guy's the villain? Well, let's just say for all his good points, he's a bit of a narcissist. And a psychopath. Yep, behind that He-Man-like body and chiseled good looks, Gaston is at heart a total jackass. He knows he's better looking and stronger than anyone else, and he doesn't care for anyone except himself. But despite his jerkish attitude, he is for the most part harmless. That is until Belle rejects his advances. Belle is one of the few people that can see Gaston for what he really is and refuses every single chance he gets to woo her. I guess she just prefers guys with a little more hair, if you get my meaning. Unfortunately, Gaston isn't really the type of guy that accepts that there's someone out there that doesn't worship the ground he walks on, so he tries everything in his power to get Belle's advances. Everything from blackmailing Belle to marry him, or he'll imprison her father in an asylum, or going as far as to try and murder Beast. That doesn't go very well for him. Now, for me personally, Gaston goes through a very interesting character development, starting off as a narcissistic buffoon and then turning into a complete monster. He's not necessarily the villain to begin with, but he becomes one just because he won't get his own way. It's a really subtle change and a great example of how Disney can take a twist on the classic handsome hero and turn it into something much darker. He serves as an interesting juxtaposition to Beast, who is ugly on the outside but beautiful on the inside. In actual fact, I consider Gaston a really good example of the difference between a hero and true heroism. Gaston is the ultimate bad boy at Disney. He knows what he wants and he'll do anything to get it. Even murder. But despite how wicked he is, you can't deny that he's built like a brick. This guy's so strong that he can lift a bench up with 3 people on it, with one arm. And he can do press-ups on one hand, as some poor fellow found out the hard way at Disney World. That's pretty cool if you ask me. Part of the reason he's so strong is apparently due to eating 4 dozen eggs to get large. Now he eats 5 dozen eggs, so he's roughly the size of a barge. How that works I have no idea, but hey, it's a Disney film, go with it. And maybe it's just me, but Gaston has one of the most manliest singing voices I've heard from a Disney movie, courtesy of the incredible Richard White. Vain? Yes. Egotistical? Yes. Murderous and cruel and psychotic? Hell yes. Gaston may have more brawn than brains, but he is by far one of the most handsome characters in Disney history. And let's face it, who doesn't like a guy that's covered with hair? Gaston. Evil never looks so manly. Morgan, you better watch out. Gaston's coming for Cruella, and he's got biceps to spare. So now that you've seen how cool Gaston is, why not go give him a vote? Links are in the description below. The voting ends in a couple of days, so don't hang around. To check back here on the 3rd of March, when it'll be a battle of the sorcerers. Dr. Vasilia from Princess and the Frog against Jafar from Aladdin. Old Morgan, you may have nunchucks that glow, but I have a dragon scythe. Yeah, scared now, aren't you? And for the record, I don't need my mum to look after me. I can look after myself. Be sure to check back on the 3rd of March when we'll have the next part of the competition. It's gonna start getting hairy from here. Ow! Mummy, I cut myself!